Good morning. What a great day. Sitting out here in the driveway. There's a cool breeze. Got my dog here fretting over the world right here. She's stressing out. I'm not stressing out. I'm just sitting here enjoying my morning. It's going to be a great day. Some people working in the background, cutting up some trees. Makes me send a shout out to my friend Danny. I hope he's blessing some people this week. I was reading Mark this morning. It's a cool gospel message, just telling a little bit of the history of Jesus. But in Mark chapter 4, it talks about the story of the sower who was sowing seeds. And I was thinking about that and what that really means. And Jesus tried to explain it to him in verse 13. He said, "Do you not understand this parable? How will you understand all the parables?" Well, I think the only way we can understand them is the Spirit in us, translating them to truth within us. We can go out on the internet and Google all sorts of things, and there'll be all sorts of opinions about what the parables mean, but the parables can be explained by the Spirit in us. And he said the sower sows the word. And so there are people who have given the word to me over time, and that word has had different responses in my life. And then he points out there are ones that get it beside the road, and they hear it, and then Satan takes it away. And there are those who are sown on rocky places, and they hear it and immediately receive it with joy, but it doesn't get a firm ground. And then there's ones who's sown among the thorns, and those are the ones who've heard the word, but the worries of the world and the deceitfulness of riches and the desire for other things enter in and choke out the word. And then finally there's those who get it on good soil, and from there it grows and multiplies in a geometric fashion. And I've heard that taught that there's different sorts of people, and the final one are the believers in Christ. And I wonder if that's really so. I wonder if maybe these aren't people who all have faith, walk by faith, and yet at different points in their lives, their soil has got covered up with things that don't allow the seed to take root. And we were over at my office cleaning that yard up, and there was thorns, there was rocks, and all kinds of things, and it makes it very hard for grass to grow. And it just took a little preparation time for that area in order for the grass to take root. And I wonder if that's not true too. Maybe sometimes we need to be still and know that God is God. Maybe we need to make it our ambition to lead a quiet, simple life. And in that process of just simplifying our world, maybe that is how the soil of faith is better prepared. But the busier we are in life, the more things we've got going on, the harder it is, I think, to take for that seed to take root. And I found that one in verse 14 to be really interesting. It said, the worries of the world and the deceitfulness of riches. Isn't it interesting how worries of the world, things for which really don't matter and an eternal purpose, can consume our thoughts, versus God being the consumption of our thoughts? Or maybe the pursuit of riches or the management of riches could be the absorption of our attention. And, if you buy a boat, you've got to get things for the boat, and then the boat maybe doesn't work so well, and then you got to fix the boat, then you got to get things to pull behind the boat, and on and on and on. I only use boats because RV is kind of my trapping. So I thought I'd tease somebody that's got a boat, but the RV is the same way. If one thing leads to another, which leads to another, and it takes away from the time that I have to really ponder, enjoy, and relax and trust God. And so maybe that's what Jesus was talking about with the parable of the seeds, is that his word can be sown better in our life the more simplified our life can be. And maybe this day, you can have a simplified day and enjoy the joy of God and make the most of it, because it's going to be an awesome day, I can tell you that.